स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Sri Ramakrishna came down from the steps of the Shiva temples and went to his room through the courtyard. The devotees were with him. Just then, Ram Chatterjee came and said that Holy Mother's attendant had an attack of cholera. Ram to the master, I told you about it at 10 o'clock in this morning, but you did not pay any attention to me. Master, what could I do? Now, Holy Mother had an attendant who was looking after small things. Usually, there will be small boys or just able to work freely in the world and of pure character, mind to attend to, means it is a lot of lives after lives. They acquire meritorious acts they do and acquire the merit of being able to be attendant of Divine Mother. It is not an easy thing to be a servant of God, to be servant of Divine Mother. We can acquire anything in this world, knowledge, external secular knowledge we can acquire, power in the world we can acquire. We can acquire what all we want, objects of enjoyment, houses, buildings, whatever, money we can gather. But we will never get the services of sadhus, service of the renunciates, services of the saints, services of sages, services to the Divine Mother and to God. When God incarnates, to be a servant of His, to be an attendant of His, how many lives of tapasya they must be doing. So such a boy, he has been looking after Mother and receiving her grace constantly. Now he is attack of cholera. Now at 10 o'clock, Ram says, I have told you, but you did not pay attention. Sri Ramakrishna says, what could I do? Even if I had paid attention also, can I go to the doctor and bring medicines? Can I take the patient to the doctors? I am a penniless person. I don't have any means. I have to depend on, I have to call someone to take Mother to the, and also, what could I do? Another meaning is, what could I do? Mother has kept in such a state. What she wills, she will do through His body and mind. If I not listen to your words, it is will of God. Either way. What could I do, Ram? Yes, what could you do? But there were Rakal, Ramlal and others. Even they did not pay attention. M. Kishori has gone to Alam Bazar to get medicine. It has been already taken care. He doesn't know. Master, alone? Where will he get medicine? M. Yes, alone. He will get it at Alam Bazar. He will get it at Alam Bazar. Master to M. Tell the nurse what to do if the illness takes a turn for worse or if the patient feels better. In either case, if patient feels better, what to do? If it gets worse, what to do? Yes, sir. The ladies mentioned before saluted the master and were about to take their leave. Sri Ramakrishna again said to them, "Perform the Shiva Puja according to my instruction and have something to eat before you come here. Otherwise, I shall feel unhappy. Come another day." Sri Ramakrishna sat down on the porch west of his room. Narendra, Banerjee, Hari, Yem, and others sat by his side. The master knew about Narendra's family difficulties. "Master, you see, all these sufferings are because of a piece of lion cloth." There is a footnote. Narendra is passing through after his father's demise. The relatives come and take away all the things because the family, something like a joint family, or they claim it for no reason. And Naren's father is such a person, a pious householder who is filled with compassion for others' suffering and did not bother to acquire or accrue wealth or money. Oh, today's done. Tomorrow we'll see. God will provide. So, as many people he could serve, even knowing some people are misusing it, like drinking and all, Naren used to oppose. Then he used to tell, "You don't know the suffering of mankind. If they can get by drinking a peg of alcohol, if they could forget that sufferings for a short time, what harm does it make?" His love and compassion was not limited. He knew intimately how much suffering people are undergoing, and his life was a constant sacrifice, a kind of tapasya for the welfare of others. Otherwise, like Narendra, a world acharya, to be born as his son, what kind of meritorious act he must have done, how much of dispassion he must have had in the world, how much of dedication to do it is part of the duties and responsibilities. All his debts to the world, to the animals and birds around, to the devatas, to the rishis who made us to pass through the so many phases of life with the knowledge they have given us. All these debts, Deva Yajna, Bhuta Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Pitra Yajna, all this he was fulfilling. Taking care of society is responsibility of every human, because everything, see, all animals and insects, they are fed by nature, taken care by nature. Everyone gets his food just around him. An insect, a bacteria, a virus gets its food. Everybody, mother takes care of every jiva. Nothing to worry. So that what can, in case of man, he has to search for his food just because he has been endowed with intellect, buddhi. Otherwise, he would have been totally yielding to nature. Nature would have taken care. Even from birth to death, and their mind and intellect is such that it cannot carry on with them the past memories. That moment they react and drop it off. Yesterday that happened, day before yesterday it happened, tomorrow I am going to do this, I have this collection. Nothing to worry. Next moment has not yet arrived. The animals and all beings are in the eternal present as if. They attend to only present. The past they don't carry on. Neither worried about future. Tomorrow what is going to be there? Nothing. They live a pure uh, life of inner existence and external reaction to the nature. And dying also. When the death is approaching, they don't bother. Oh, I have left this, I have left that. What will happen to my children? This, no worries. It is calm and quiet. It is leaving the body. No worries. So, a dignified life living, a dignified life of party. Such a beautiful arrangement nature has done. But man alone is deprived of it because he has been endowed with intellect, buddhi. But this buddhi has two unique qualities to make the life here a joyful thing. Finding out the resources of nature and powers of nature, utilizing all that to make my life here itself in this world joyful and pleasant, comfortable, at the same time to transcend the nature and go beyond. The transcendence doesn't come till expansion is there. With expansion of heart, expansion of mind, expansion of awareness, the soul starts climbing up. Step by step, tuck, 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 it grows. Because he has expanded a heart to love all, to be one with all, joyfully accepting all the joys and sufferings of life, mana, apmana, sukha, dukkha. It doesn't bother. Oh, today is a good day. Today is a bad day. Doesn't matter. It is passing event, passing event. So what I need is unbroken companion, my Lord with me. So how this man can make or mar his life, and he himself is responsible. Uddhared atmanatmanam atmanam navasadhed. Atmaiva atmana bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. Each man is his own enemy and each man is his own friend. If he goes in the right path, he is his own friend, leading to evolution, manifestation of the inner divinity. Otherwise, if he damns his life, it is he who is responsible for it, and he is a person who is going to pass through all the consequences. Now, that is the state of man. Here, Sri Ramakrishna is Raga. Even they did not pay attention. Kishori has gone to Alambara's research. Yes, alone he will get the medicine at Alam Bazaar. Master to him, tell the nurse to take care, to nurse what to do if the illness takes a turn, or for worse, or for feels better. Perhaps this attendant is a lady who is taking care. Taking care of mother, attending to mother. Yes, sir. The ladies mentioned before saluted the master, Shiva Puja and all. Ramakrishna sat down on the porch with his west of his room. Narendra Banerjee, now we are thinking of Narendra's sufferings. After father's death, there is nothing to eat at home. They are almost starving like. He sees at home food is insufficient. One morsel, two morsels each are eating with whatever they get. And then Naren used to say and silently go and come late in the evening, telling that I had my food in friend's house. Something like that, so that others will get the food. So much kind of suffering they are undergoing. Master knows about it. Master is telling, you see, all these sufferings are because of a piece of loin cloth. There is a footnote regarding that. A reference to the following story, which Ramakrishna often told his devotees. There was a sannyasi whose only possession was 2 pairs of loincloths. Kaupina, loincloth means. One day, a mouse nibbled at one piece. So the holy man kept a cat to protect his loincloth from the mouse. He used to put there his loincloth, kaupina, for drying. Rat has come and already it has made holes and torn it. So very difficult to get even a loincloth for sadhu. Where from will he get? So here and there cats will be moving about. He used to go for bhiksha, and whatever is left over, the cat will eat. Holy man, protect his loincloth from the mouse. Then he had to keep a cow to supply milk for that cat. Now cat needs milk, food. So then he had to keep a cow to supply milk for the cat. Later he had to engage a servant to look after the cow. Gradually the number of cows multiplied. He acquired pastures from farmland. He had to engage a number of servants. Thus he became, in course of time, a sort of landlord. And at last he had to take a wife to look after his big householder. One day, one of the friends, another monk, happened to visit him and was surprised to see his altered circumstances. When he asked the reason, the holy man said, "It's all for the sake of a piece of loincloth. To protect the kaupina, you had to do all this, and it has grown into this much." Here we are seeing the heavy rains, and rains are now just like monsoon, southwest. Similarly, heavy wind will be flowing from the northern, this western direction. So almost all our doors, kitchen door, and all these are western. Heavy rains from kitchen. In front there was a dining hall, small one. The water is to penetrate through the dining hall about 10 feet and enter into the kitchen. Then we covered it, extended it. And then the dining hall is to be totally wet. We had to stand and take our food. So that was 40 feet ahead we took the shelter where we take the food now. And now we can see after extending 40 feet, still the wind is so strong and rains that half of the dining hall will be always wet. 20 feet will be always wet in the rainy season. You have to extend it endlessly. How it goes on extending, you see. Like that for, why this such a big length of coverage? All for the sake of rains, to protect from rains. Like that, for the sake of one cowpin, they had to go on extending. That was the footnote. A man takes a wife and begets children. Therefore, he must secure a job. The sadhu was worried about his loincloth, and the householder about his wife. Further, the householder may not live on good terms with relatives, so he must live separately with his wife. All love. Chaitanya once said to Nityananda, "Listen to me, brother. A man entangled in worldliness can never be free." Worldliness. Not life in the world is different from worldliness. Worldliness is attachments for enjoyments and objects of enjoyment. Yam to himself. After hearing this, he is thinking within himself. Perhaps the master is referring to the world of avidya. It is the world of avidya that entangles a householder. Vidya Maya, avidya Maya. Master. To Banerjee, pointing to him. He also lives in a separate house. You two will get along very well. Once two men happened to meet. One said to the other, "Who are you?" "Oh, I am away from my country," was the other's reply. The second man asked the first, "And who are you?" "Pray, oh, I am away from my beloved," was the answer. Both were in the same plight. So they got along very well, all love. But one need not have any fear if one takes refuge in God. God protects His devotees. Wherever you are, in whatever state, in whatever condition, whatever situation, whatever circumstance you are put, if you have taken refuge in God, nothing to worry. He will take care, He will protect, He will guide from within, He will make all odds right. It is called cornering away the sharp edges and make the things look smooth. One of the Maharashtrian saints, he says, "Oh Lord, I have done so many mistakes, but you are proving to the world all these to be good and great acts of mine. You are showing it as good and great acts of mine." See how God wishes people accept it. God protects His devotees. Name bhakta pranashyati. My devotee shall never perish. That's why though basically we know that Advaita is the ultimate and reality truth, but one without a second. But in practical, I see multiplicity, and I cannot remain one in the awareness of divine, the absolute, God alone. I cannot live because I have to attend to all my needs of life. Krishna says, at least Sharira yatra pichate na prasyedit akarmana. Without doing acts, karma, you cannot even continue the life, existence of life. You have to go for bhiksha. You have to do, if you don't work also, you walking through the streets, some amount of work you will have to do. You cannot avoid this. Work cannot be avoided. Even breathing is work, seeing is work, sleeping is work, getting up is work, bathing is work, everything is work. You cannot live without work. Work you have to, and work it as an offering to God. Hari. Well, why does it take many people such a long time to realize Him, Master? The truth is that a man does not feel restless for God unless he is finished with his enjoyments and duties. The physician says, referring to the patient, let a few days pass first, then a little medicine will do for him, do good for him. Narendra said to Rama, Narada said to Rama, Sri Ramakrishna is quoting, Narada said to Rama, Rama, you are passing your time in Ayodhya. How will Ravana be killed? You have taken this human body for that purpose alone. Rama replied, Narada, let the right time come. Let Ravana's past actions begin to bear fruit. Then everything will be made ready for his death. Hari. Why means the pot, when it is filling, half filled also it will making sound while it is sinking down. But when it is completely filled, then it sinks totally. Little by as much it is filled, it goes down. In every aspect, in realization also. As much you sink in God, so much of realization. In any aspect of your life, in business, as much you sink, so much is your efforts and your profits. Hari, why is there so much of suffering in the world, Master? That world is Leela of God. It is like a game. In this game, there are joy and sorrow, virtue and vice, knowledge and ignorance, good and evil. Dualities, all dualities are there. The game cannot continue if sin and suffering are altogether eliminated from this creation. In the game of hide and seek, one must touch the granny in order to be free. But the granny is never pleased if she is touched at the very outset. It is God's wish that the play should continue for some time. Now, there is a game called hide and seek. One will be hiding, other will be seeking. In that game, if almost all are hiding, if somebody from hidden place, if runs and comes and touches Granny, he has won. They cannot catch him anymore. That game, if all suddenly who are hiding, one is searching for them, all somehow come and touch the Granny, the story ends there. Granny wants it to continue. So one by one they escape and come and touch. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.